God made you. So that's why I asked you even about the when we talk about the listics and stuff. The thing about it is, He made Jim like different things. I like different things. I've named my daughter Orion. Who does that? Everybody's like, where you get that from? Why would you do that? Why? It wasn't Nancy. It wasn't Joyce. It wasn't something common. I named her something special because I wanted it to be different. I didn't want her to be just like everybody else. Right. So God was doing that with us. He's very careful about making sure that we understood that we was fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. So we know very well that God loved us, and He took out the time to make us like we are. Our personalities are all different. Sometimes we have certain things that we do the same, and some people say all Sagittarius is alike, all the Leos are alike, all them little signs is alike, but that still don't make us alike. Right. Y'all might like some of the same things, right? But that doesn't make us alike, and because we don't get off into that, it just it doesn't have that same effect. Okay. Let's see. Psalm 17.
Chapter 17.
Mm-hmm. Everybody about it. He didn't give me a verse.
Just gotta wing it.
Yeah, no, that's.
No. I'll get the phone.
Oh, okay. Psalm 17, 7 through 9. Okay. It talks about, show me the wonders of your great love. You who save by your right hand those who take refuge in you from their foes. That's all of us. We all take refuge in God from our foes, which is the adversary. Keep me as the apple of your eye. He thinks you're the apple of his eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings from the wicked who are out to destroy me, from my mortal enemies who surround me. Apple of your eye. We think that about our kids. We think that about our grandchildren. I can look at my grandkids and think, well, they are just an apple of my eye. When I'm around Chase, it's just Chase and me. When I'm around Skylar, I'm just Skylar and me. Cozy and me. Same thing with the kids. They're just, I would take out time with each one of my kids. And when they was separate, they were the apple of my eye. But when they were all together, I have a lot of fun being around my kids. I enjoyed them. So they're the apple of my eye. So God thinks that same thing about us. When He's with us by ourselves and He's ministering to us by ourselves, we are just the most special thing to Him. We are the apple of His eye. But then when we're all in a group setting, we're still that. He's able to have more than one apple of His eye at the same time. And it's like we love our kids at the same time. I'm sure that when you're sitting with Skylar and Chase and you're looking at them, you're not saying I like you, but I don't know about you back then. I don't like you. But I love you. Oh, you're better than her. You're better than her. I mean, you're not going through that. Right. You love them both just the same. If somebody was to come in and try to say, well, I'm going to take her, you'd be wanting to fight them and shoot them and kill them. No, you're not taking my kid. But you're going to say, well, no, take her over her. Because, no, I don't know. She's not that important. No, we don't do that. They are all important to us. We are important to God. We're that important to God. He's not going to sit up and allow just anything to happen to us. That's why He allows us to call on Him. And so it's amazing how God sees us. Okay. See? Stop. If you say something, this thing will write it down. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I love this one. This is cool.
You said what?
Even though it's the Old Testament, it's still cool. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, Old Testament. Everybody close?
Oh, no.
Okay. I know you wrote it down.
Oh, dang, my bad. Go ahead.
For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. You are holy to the Lord your God. We always say that God is holy to us, but you are holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. We are his treasured possession. So it ain't like, well, everybody's better than me, or I'm just here, because I said that myself. I'm just here. People say, how you doing? I'm just here. I'm okay. Well, you know. Right. I hate when y'all say that. Julia says that too. I hate that word.
Surviving.
Yeah, maintaining is just like, no. I hate when y'all say that. All of y'all say that. But maintaining. Rome don't say it, but y'all do it. I'm like, what the world does that mean? And if I call you and you say maintaining one more time, I'll come through that phone. Okay, so he wants y'all to know that you are chosen from all the people on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. That means the thing that's most special to him. Like, if we had a diamond and all fake jewelry all around it, we gonna protect that diamond because it's a treasured possession. And if somebody gave it to you, my grandmother gave me something, that is my treasure. I don't care whether it's ugly or not. It's my treasured possession. One time, Monica's grandmother died, and Monica gave me one of her grandmother's pens. And I really wasn't sure why she gave me that pen. And her grandmother died about 7 or 8 years ago. And I was like, why did you give me something that was your grandmother's? And she gave me to that. To this day, I got that pen in there because it's a treasured possession to me because it was her grandmother and it was special to her. And she thought enough of me to give that to me. So that let me know that she loved me like that, that she trusts me with something that was given to her, that was important to her. And I thought, I'll take care of that thing. I don't even wear it, but I keep it right there in my little drawer, and I make sure that it's there. And somebody would say, oh, I was that's not cute. But it ain't about that. It's about that she gave it to her, and it's special to her, and she gave it to me. If she was to call me and say, Pat, you could say, what, you remember that? I told her, I said, I still got that pen you gave me or your grandmother. Really? Which one? I told her which one. She said, I can't believe you said that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was a big deal to you at the time. Right. And when your grandmother died, it was really special. So that meant a lot to me. So it's just amazing how to be a treasured possession, that's how important you are. You are, they are to God. It's an honor to be chosen out of all these people in the world to be his treasured possession. Kel just did a thing. And he was chosen out of, they said 2,000 children to be a host of this show that they were having at school. And normally it's seniors. They don't pick 7th graders. And for him to be a little itty bitty 7th grader. And so, we had somebody come over here today, a caseworker came over today, and I had been talking about Kel. She came over here about him. We opened up the door, and Kel came in from school. We sitting there, she looked up at him, and she's like, is that him? I said, yeah, that's Kel. And he sat down next to him. You know, Kel's like talking to somebody old. And so he started talking to her, and so she looked at me and started laughing. And then she said, I thought you was older than that. I mean, you only in the 7th grade? She said, you're in the 7th grade? And I said, yeah. I said, what grade did you think you was at? And she looked at me and she said, yeah, maybe. And he started laughing. He said, no, I'm in the 7th grade. You know, so she was like, you look so itty bitty. She said, you look itty bitty. And I thought, yeah, everybody thinks that. But he was chosen out of 2,000 people. We were chosen out of billions to be his treasured possession. It don't even matter what we think about ourselves. See, that's the thing. We think less of ourselves than God thinks about us. True. He think less. Ron would tell me all the time. He said, I've told you this about you all the time, but you think less of yourself than, and if I tell you that's different, but you can't even believe that. And I was thinking, yeah, but how can we think less in ourselves than God does? God is everything. And the fact that he thinks that we are his treasured possession, That man, when I read that, I was like, wow, that's awesome, man. I can't even imagine being anybody's prisoner, even myself. I don't even treasure me like that. But to be his treasured possession, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
John 15:6, and that's St. John.
15:6.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. 15:16. I was like, this is not the one I read. It's 15:16. Yeah, I love this one too. 15, St. John 15:16 says, you did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give to you. He chose you. We get married, and especially for the women, I know for me, I felt he chose me. He was dating other people when I was met him, but he chose me. I was dating somebody when we met, and he did some sneaky stuff. But either way, at the end of the day, I chose him. So I knew that I was supposed to be with him, and he knew he was supposed to be with me. We chose each other. Did we always like each other? No. But I knew that God chose us. That's the thing. God chose us. We didn't choose him. We running around in the streets having a good time. They were just playing with us and beating us up, and we doing stuff. I was doing all kinds of stuff. Guns in my head, just all kinds of crazy, just out there. Just out drunk all the time, just out there. But then all of a sudden I was introduced to God, and I chose him. But I thought all the time I could hear him calling me. And I didn't know what that was. I thought it was like I was nuts. I used to think I was nuts because I could hear something calling me. And it's amazing how now I'm reading the word of how he chose me. Wow. He didn't have to choose me. He didn't have to choose me to sing. He didn't have to choose me to preach. He didn't have to choose me to be here. He didn't have to choose me to be a encouragement or a motivational speaker to stuff. He didn't have to choose me to all the jobs that I've had. He didn't have to choose me.
Right.
But he chose me, and he placed me everywhere he wanted me to be so that I could bear fruit. You get a job, they choose you, and then you make money so you bear fruit for your family. Well, he chose us to go and bear fruit and encourage other people, help other people, be there for other people, not judge other people. Understand that people are crazy. Understand that, hey, we need love too. Crazy people need love. I mean, it's just like even the, what do you call us, the dysfunctional. God chose us to be where we are right now to deal with such a time as this. I'm telling you, last week was crazy as heck. But you saved the day.
Oh, was that last week?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh,
Last
shoot.
week. Last
Sorry.
week.
I'm
But
like,
you saved the
what
day.
happened?
You saved the day. If it wasn't for you being persistent and just making stuff happen, we didn't know what was going to happen to you when you went back there.
Right.
But at the same time, we knew it wasn't going to happen to you. But at the same time, we didn't know if he was going to come out with hurt feelings or, none of that. But it's just the simple fact that you didn't care. And God used you that day. And I thought to myself, what if she wasn't here? Stuff might have been different. Because at the time, God chose you to be persistent.
But God chose Jen to say something.
He chose
Because
you
I
to
was
say
used to
something.
this.
Jen started.
I was used to that kind of thing. So I was just sitting
Right.
there like, here we go again.
But the fact that
You
when it
said
came out of
something.
Jen's mouth, and then you took it to the limit, because I didn't think Jen was going to go back there. Jen wasn't going to be persistent and go back there and just make him listen. And I don't know what you said, whatever it was much needed at that time. So that seems to be a gift of yours. There was a time that Monty's gift was a referee. She was like come in and referee the situation. She really had to say nothing, but she listened and refereed it. Okay, no. Timeout, foul play, that kind of stuff. And even at that time, that's what was needed, and that worked. There was a time that it looked as if he was going to go out in the street and kill himself. So she was like, technical foul. It was like, no. And so by the time we turned around, he didn't come back. So she didn't have to go out there. She was chosen to do that day. You was chosen to do that day. You was chosen to stand firm and say what you thought.
And I told her, I said that we should do something prayer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I thought Keisha was like, no. I was like, oops. I mean.
My thing is with Jen don't walk away.
Yeah.
Jen don't. I ain't never met nobody law like this sister right here. I don't care what's happening. That one day we was in here duking it out. I thought they was actually gonna duke it out, really. But we lived next door. That was a rough one. They was hollering. They were at it. I don't care, blah blah. Scared Tara. She came over and rode around to the left. I hadn't heard Tara no more after that. I said, wait a minute. Jen held her own that day. She wasn't having it. And I loved it because that's what God chose her to do that day. That's what she was chosen to do that. We're chosen at certain times to do certain things. She's chosen to come over, and when I can't walk, she always ends up over here. I don't know why. A lot of times I don't call her. I don't say, hey Jen, I can't walk today, come on over. I don't never say that. She just happens to come over that day. And before she leaves, she always lay hands on me within an hour walking. So it's like, I know that she has that gift. God chose her to give that gift to. Why? Because she will be a little nervous timid about coming to you, but she gonna say, oh, what the heck, I gotta do this, and do it.
Right. Yep. And that's literally how it be.
I know. Because you ain't the one that be like, come on, move out the way. I'm going to go pray for you. Hey, I'm praying for you, whether you like it or not. You're not doing that. So she's going to be...
Introduce yourself as
right. She be like, but she got to go through 12 things with the Lord before she do it. Are you sure you want me to... God, is this you? You sure you want me to...
Like this right here.
That woman be done went home and came back, and she's still talking about, you sure you want me to go over there and talk to them? But then she'll finally say, can I pray for you? Well, she didn't have to do all that other stuff in the first place. She just went to him and said, can I pray for you? But she do that. That's how she is. And so God chooses her. Because he grew and make her really bold with it.
I've been praying about it.
Really bold with it. He about to make you really bold with it. And even in church, even there's time during the services that God would say, look, see that one right there? I need you to go like this. I need you to pray for that.
The way he does it, just like you said, I'll look at him and I'll feel his tongue, and I'm like this.
I know it. You can like that. Not today, Jesus. No, you got it. There are times that he wants you to do that. And it's scary to be some of the strangest places, but he getting you ready. You setting you up with the people that you know, even at the grocery store sometimes. But he get ready to set you up to a point because he gonna get you with other folks outside of what you used to. You know why? Because he know you'll do it. He'll send you through stuff, but you question it, but you'll do it. And so that's the reason why, he chose her for everybody chose her for something different. Everybody, one thing about Romero can fight with you, cuss you out within the next hour. So what's up? What are you mad? You mad? Oh, what's going on? Hey, come on, let's just go. We can go to the movies. It's like, we looking at him like, what? Yeah, you should still be mad about that. Because I am. What? It's like nothing ever happened. He gets over that really quick. He don't really have no grudges. I be looking at him like, I wouldn't speak to you for the next 3 days. Or something. But, he don't hold grudges. I noticed that about him. Don't hold grudges. And I think that's good. So he chose him to be like that. He chose Daquan to speak, give a testimony 4 or 5 times. We laugh at it, but he wants him to get out everything he wants to say, empty it out.
The goodness of the Lord.
My urologist said, when you pee, you need to sit there a while. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not done.
Right.
Even if you feel like you're done, and I'll be thinking, you don't know what they talk about. I'm finished. But then I sat there one time, and it was like a whole full one.
Right.
And I'm like, what?
I just went.
Right. So, I mean, everybody, like, they probably might have 4 or 5 different endings, but at the same time, they're all about something that's important. And what it does is it shows other young people that I can have a testimony, and I can be excited about it. We teach them and everything, but they're quite excited about his testimony. And that's awesome.
Right.
That is awesome. So, I mean, you know, he used Jalen last week to say what he said to Roland. When he said to Roland, got to him. Because Jalen don't talk like that.
Right.
And Jalen don't speak like that, and he don't say nothing. He's quiet. Well, you take that off, we all running. Okay, so he's just, yeah, this look like goats, but, okay, so I'm telling you, I mean, he uses everybody. He's chosen us all to do something different, you know. He chose me to be in a job where I could fire people and they thank me. Who fires people and get thanked? Usually I get shot. But for the most part, I would fire them with dignity in a way that they didn't even realize. She came and said, "You just fired me. I know you did, but thank you because you did that with dignity. I don't feel less than who I am when I walk up out of here." Now, how I did that, I have no idea. I don't even know what I said to him. I don't even know what, but I think God does that at the time. He does that, and so He allows us to speak, but He uses us. It's almost like He enters into our body, do what He needs to do, and He's gone out. But He doesn't go far. He's still there. So it's just a matter of knowing that God has done that for you. I think that is so. Okay, this is a good scripture we don't never go to. Okay, so I was like, we don't ever go to here. Zephaniah
Where that at?
3 and 7.
Who that?
Mm-hmm. Zephaniah 3 and 7.
It's
It's
the Old Testament.
3 plus 7. That's right. We don't go there so much that even the Google didn't know where it was. He said, "Is it in the Old Testament?" Yeah. She's like, in the 12 minor part. They wrote it up 3 plus 7. They did everybody else right.
I need to learn my books of the Bible again.
Me too.
Yeah.
You said what is it?
Zephaniah.
So we need another Bible bowl.
We are gonna do one. Roland wants to do it. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the art contest.
Is it after Psalms or before Psalms?
Zephaniah.
After.
Zephaniah is after.
After.
By Habakkuk.
It's right before Zechariah.
No, I wrote it down. I'll just listen to you. What was the chapter and the verse?
Right before Haggai.
3:17. I don't even know if that's the one.
Did you say 17 or 7?
7. Oh, what I write? Let me see. Go ahead.
You
I wrote
said
it
7.
down. Yeah, 7.
7.
However, I feel like I got the wrong one. What is it? 17.
He said,
It don't seem like what I said. Oh, there you go. 17. 3:17. I wrote it down wrong. I love this phone. I do. I love it. I think you guys remember that same phone with me. I think.
hey, there you go.
Yeah, I love it.
Finally got it.
Where is it after?
It's right before Haggai.
Okay.
My
We
page.
rarely go to Haggai. That's one of the ones we rarely go to.
Yeah, it's right before Haggai.
Okay. The Lord your God is with you. The mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In His love, He will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. God sings to you. Have you ever noticed that God's singing to you? Have you ever felt that God was singing to you? I've felt that before. It's a beautiful feeling. Sometimes when I'm laying there and I'm quiet and there's music going on in my head, and there are sometimes I can hear singing in tongues, and I feel like at that time God is singing to you. He's singing to you. And I've asked God, sometimes when I pray for people, I'll ask God to sing to them. But sometimes we get so caught up in different things, we can't hear Him sing.
Right.
Because He speaks in a still small voice. So sometimes we miss it. And I don't never want to be in a position that I miss God. But God sings to us. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Just think you laying in the bed and He's right over you, singing to you. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. I've been going through some stuff here lately that I just don't understand. And I feel like He's just trying to attack my marriage, trying to attack my house, trying to attack myself, my feelings about myself, just everything. And the other day, I heard the Lord say, be free. He said something about free, be free. And it was something because, you know, there are times Ronald writes these letters to everybody, he writes your letter. And I looked at it, but I didn't read it. And I gave it back to him and said, well, no, I won't be doing this. You can have this back. You can have this back. And I said, I didn't say what I should have said. What I said was, I said, I'm not doing any poison pen letters. And I told him to take it back. And it sat there for a long time, but I noticed he was gone. He must have took it. And after I did that, I felt something break. And I felt a release. And I just started feeling free, and I started feeling happy. And I thought, he didn't go nowhere. I ain't go nowhere. I don't feel angry. I don't feel nothing. But I feel excited about what's happening, what's going on, and it doesn't matter whether we're saying anything or not. I just feel like I'm good. Even if he ain't good, I'm good because I'm like, okay, I didn't go fall into that. I didn't, because if I had read it, I would want to comment. I'd want to say something back, and then we just kept it going. And I'm tired of that. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. And so I'm like, I'm good. You know, it's going to be a great holiday. It's going to be a great day. I went and helped my mom. He said, what you doing today? I help mom. I go down and help my mom, do this for her and try to get everything to come back and pack my clothes, which I haven't done. And just, you know, just try to chill out and relax. That's the benefit. That's the whole purpose of going. Right. We just chill out and relax. I ain't going to do that. I'm not going down there to clean. I'm just going down there to just chill out and relax. Right. He said he's going to go there and go to sleep. So, amen. Because I'm going to shop and deuces. Okay, so I'm like, I just felt that something come over me like, you know. But I'm like, Lord, we mad. We supposed to be mad. I'm not mad. You know, I feel okay. I don't feel angry. I just don't feel like being like that. And I felt a release, and I felt good. I felt good. And so, you know, I had my popcorn, and I said, you want some? He's like, nope. I said, oh, good. I'm thinking to myself, more for me? You know, I didn't get mad about, oh, you ain't going to eat my, you know, none of that. I didn't feel like none of that. I ate my little popcorn, went on, did what I got to do. Kept making my hats, you know, whatever. I didn't stop nothing. Because usually I start getting anxiety and stuff. I was like, no, I can't. I'm tired of that. And had I fed into what the devil was trying to do, he's not the devil. Right. He's not the devil. Right. God was trying to use him. I mean, the devil's trying to use him for that. But no, he's not the devil. And even eventually, he ain't even gonna be. He's gonna think about it and not even allow himself to be used that way. And we just move on. Right. So I'm not. I said, oh God, I'm not feeding her nothing. But nobody. Other folks try to get me all sucked up in their stuff. Nope, I'm not doing that. Because I got a life to lead, and everything is short. So why get caught up in other people's mess? I hate to leave here not doing what I wanted to do. Now, I met a lady today in Joann's Fabric, and I was looking at something. She was back in the back. She had the most beautiful artistic boots on. I've never seen them in my life. They were like painted all different colors, and they were cowboy boots, but they were weird. She didn't buy that here, and I knew she didn't buy that here. And I looked at her. I walked past her. I said, I love your boots. And she's like, thank you. And then she said, what are you making? Because I was looking at something. I was just looking all intensely. And I said, well, I'm making a hat. I make hats. And so she said, what do you make? I said, I make hats. And I sold some, and I got to get some around here. And I was telling her all I got to do. She's like, you know what? You're an artist. I was thinking, no, my husband's an artist. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. My husband's an artist. My son's an artist. But I don't think I'm an artist. And she's like, oh, yeah, because the way you are really being specific about what you want, and you're looking at different things. And number, you notice my boots and the colors, and some people just don't even look at them like they're crazy. But you notice all that stuff. She said, "You're an artist." She said, She said, "I think God sent me here just to tell you that you're an artist." And I said, "You know what, ma'am?" She said, "I said I received that." And she said, "You know what? You need to get your hats together and sell them, and get yourself together."
Patty poos.
That's funny. I never even thought of that. But she was talking to me about getting stuff together, and she said that's where your money is. You need to be making your money, and that's how you do stuff and all that stuff. I was like, she said, "Are they posted online?" I was like, "No, ma'am," because I felt like because it was the NFL stuff, people get mad and say something about NFL. She said, "No, you need to post your stuff." She said it should be on your phone. She said, "Let me see one." Yeah, I went to my phone, couldn't find one. Couldn't find one, and I have a picture in there with me wearing one. I couldn't find it at all, and she was like, "Yo, they should be loaded in everywhere. When you open your phone, your stuff should be right there." And I thought, okay, she said, "You need to make that happen." I was like, "Okay, lady, I don't know yet." That's what I wanted to do. But I thought to myself, no, she's right. She's absolutely right.
And
And
get
I
a
need to do
page
that.
only for it and call it Patty Poo.
I ain't never thought of that, but
Look
that
it
is
up.
that is good. I like
See if
that.
it's
Yeah,
How you
I
know?
like that
Well,
because
my one question is, how you gonna name it Patty Poo if she not selling her poo?
Patty
You so
Poo.
corny. Get out of here.
No,
That's a 2000 baby.
I think Dominic was with me when I went to Steak and Shake, and they started asking me about my ad, and they all wanted me to make something for their staff. And she said, "I'm gonna take orders and I'm gonna send that to you." And even if she don't do it, it's a simple fact that she wanted them and she liked them, and that they wanted me to make one for a baby that ain't born. So that when the baby come out, the baby have a football hat, a Santa Claus hat. I was like, "That's the baby in your belly." And she's like, "That's okay. When she come out, she'll have a hat." I thought,
That's cute.
and it was about 8 employees. And I thought, she said, "Can any of them be done by Christmas?" And I thought, I got 3 in the order now to be done by Christmas. I'm working on one now, and I need to have them done by tomorrow, so I can deliver it, so I can get paid. So, I mean, she said, "So what are you charging for these hats?" And I told her, I said, "Well, 20 if it's plain, and 25 if I have to put glitter and stuff on it." She's like, "Okay, that's good." And then she said, "But you need to get yourself together and get your stuff out there because you're an artist." She said, "I knew that when you noticed my boots." And I thought, when she said, "I think God sent me here to tell you that," I walked away from her. I told Carol, I said, I never thought I was that. I said, "Roland said I never thought."
But you know what I said? Don't do it too
I
hard.
don't know why.
I just never thought of that being an art. It really is. I didn't know. I thought the art was Chase sat there and drew Anita Baker while he was talking to somebody. That to me is an art. Rolling with all them prizes and stuff with drawing. That to me is an artist. Somebody can play, that's an artist. People that can sing, that's artists to me. I never thought about what I make as being art. But I don't have patterns or nothing.
It's a type of artist, designer.
I don't use patterns.
A
I just make them.
cosmetologist is an
Artist. That's the truth. That is true.
Ain't artists like anybody who can create something?
Anybody
Yeah.
who could
That
create
is
Create
true.
something, right?
even a
He's
songstress,
gone already.
maestro.
I'll skip stuff and I'll tell you the purposes that God said that we are here, and I read this off of our daily living. They send me stuff all the time, and one of the purposes we are here is for God's pleasure, and I do that. That's in the Word that we're here for God's pleasure, and He takes pleasure and delight in us. He tells us to delight ourselves in Him, but He delights in us. So can you imagine if you're delighting yourself in God, and He's delighting Himself in you? It's almost like a collision. It's almost like this. You can't help but be happy. You can't help but be okay. You can't help but say, "I am so good." And it don't matter. Everything could be falling across around you and you don't even know.
What you write down?
God's pleasure.
God's pleasure. We are
Here for
what
God's
you write.
pleasure.
That's the first thing. Second thing, we are formed for God's family. We are God's family. We're family, even if we're not related, but we are formed as God's family.
Is that?
Formed as God's family. The thing about it is, I have no blood relation to Jen. But at this point, we feel like we've been around enough that she's family. I can't imagine her not considering her family. Our kids call her Aunt Jen. So he called me Aunt Pat. He started doing that a long time ago. And I was thinking, Nyland don't even call me that. So I'm like,
He called you pastor.
call me pastor. He do it all the time. He call me that all the
We are
time.
formed for God, as God's family.
For God's family. Who's playing in the ice?
I'm not playing
Yeah, she
it, Mom.
gonna
I'll
win.
get some,
Nyla wrote a beautiful poem writing. He sent it to me, and I think he sent one to the pastor. I can't imagine he didn't send one to everybody.
Recent?
Just like yesterday, day before.
Oh, yeah.
It was long,
Mm-hmm.
but that boy, that thing about made me cry. It hit me right in the gut. And I think it got to Roland, because Roland read it to me, and we wasn't even talking. And he stopped and read that to me, and I don't know if he started typing. But then I was reading it with him. He didn't know he sent it to me, and I was reading it with him, and I started typing, and I wrote him back, and I said, Nyla, that got to me, and
I
it
didn't know
hit
what to
me
say to him.
in the belly. I said it made
Did
me
you
cry.
read it? You didn't get one?
Yeah,
It
when
was
she
beautiful.
said everybody, I was like,
Yeah, because normally he sends it to everybody.
nah. He
If
was
it's a part of a group thing, I'm not a part of the group thing.
I don't know what group it is, because I'm not in a group with Nyla, I don't think. But it was absolutely beautiful. It was so meaningful, and I think he meant that. And it just kind of, it hurt me a little bit.
I mean, what was it about though?
I'm going to tell you in a minute, I'm about to read it.
It didn't even have a title, did
It
it?
did not have a title. Normally Nyla has titles, and he did
Right.
not.
This one didn't. It was more like a vent.
Yeah, he was venting. But it was
It was beautiful. I didn't even know what to say to him.
okay. He
I didn't know how to
said,
respond.
and we'll end with this. He said, what do you know about pain? And he said, what do you know about pain? Heart hasn't seen much highlight, so let me explain. Darkness is sealed in the eye of the beholder, and I utilize my demons for personal gain. I was like, that was deep. Roland said that too. He was like, dang,
Right,
that's
they
deep right there.
Right.
Yeah, he utilizes his demons
For
for
personal.
personal gain. We all do that. We do that. Okay.
We do.
We know?
Backhand revenge off its high horse before it approaches me. I think Jumanji surviving in the jungle is a part of the game. A part of the game. Thrown to wolves and come back smoking with them. Dang. Okay. Any elephants in the room I carve by venting in its back with the tusk from the big victim. From losing and wishing I could overcome at times. God should be honest, believing I can get through what lies at times. My heart, my mind is a living graveyard. Pain, a phantom flipping all the boxes when he spins the block. Got the situation looking like a Rubik's Cube. And then he got a bad word. It's been years. It's been a year since truth and salvation have been apart. And I thought to myself, he misses church. He misses coming to church. That's what that means. Okay. At least the Latin version, tat between siblings, covered in the stench from each other's wounds. That's him and Vicky. Okay. Cause they both got a Latin thing on their arms. Okay. Okay. Another birthday went by for Aunt Rosie. Still dead inside from when they put her under. And now she's turning in the casket to know that we lost grip of each other. Grandma left, so harlots feast upon my heart. No question, the gore may be hard to take in, but it's always dished hard. It's always dished to the belly of its beast. All I do is work with the team, for we're in a constant battle to come home to my lady putting on a show, gripping the twerk hard in a small room like a gun line in King Battle. That's all she used to get one to feel like a man, for the python keeps her rattled. Pastor Lee preached about the python.
Should I keep recording or should I stop?
I don't know. You can stop. It doesn't matter.
Cause you know
You know
whoever.
what Python is, right?
It's a snake.
No, I know what it is. I know what he's talking about. Keep people rattled.
Yeah.
I
The
understood
python.
that.
Keeps her rattled.
That's sad.
I don't get it, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Huh? Okay. Hey, too bad. That's her right here. She can read lips. I can't.
Manhood.
Oh.
I knew it.
Yes.
That's sad.
All right, BYM.
So yeah, that's all she wants to do is feel that. Okay. But when life has me on the ropes, she comes and goes more than shadows. An original Christmas story. The first thing cold I put my lips to as a kid was my aunt's body as it developed a leather texture. Opening up one's chest to show even death, she will forever be treasured. So that was around the time Rosie died just the other day.
That part you just read is about Mom.
Your mom, yeah, he kissed her.
Yeah, he actually went up to the hospital and laid across her body after everybody had left. He had them unzip her, and he laid across her body and cried. That's where we
They
found
do
him.
that? They can unzip her if they zipped her up?
Yeah, she was still in the room. They just had her zipped up. When I got there, he was laying across her body. They had unzipped her. He was laying across her body crying.
And I felt like when he wrote that hurt me. And some things I understood, some things I didn't. But the parts, some that I didn't understand was clear to me what it meant. And I thought, he misses his family. He misses church. He misses grandma.